forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one taken from the 7. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert 33. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, orbit.
Mayfield. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Jumper.
Now a carry here for Orleans. Darkwa takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Let's go, D. Check 3. Right, Monday, down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And the Saints, first down.
On first down, Carr. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the... Three-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Mayfield. This is caught. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down, Saints.
On the run, Darkwa. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Albert Wilson. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Regular. Hurry. Point it right. Mike 5. Up. Get him. Hey, check 20.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the pass. Hey, watch it. Slam. Hey, alert.
Here's Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Point it right. Hurry. Alert.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Fourth down, Mayfield. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Here's Carr. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At their 49-yard line.
On second down, Samuels. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints first down.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Robert Kimdichie. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
6-6, pull it high.
After the sack on first down, Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check the 61, matchbox light. Go Chiefs.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Carr now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hand me. It's a safety creep. Express. Motion me out.
Now Carr. Being chased out left. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Kill. Turn up.
Here's Darkwan. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, 7:34.
Now a play fake. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third and long, it's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They run it with Carson, and they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
20. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Shot. Smooth. I know you ain't got it.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Double dog. Hey, Delta. Pistol. Done.
2nd down, Mayfield. He gets this one to Boyd. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Set. 180. Regular. Run. He's crashing.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
180. Watch the screen.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Carson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he completes it to Wilson. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. That's on the first guard selected in the draft back in April, Chris Lindstrom from BC. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield to throw it. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Tackles. Mark 55. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
King. Check. Regular.
Throwing. Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Mike 50. Hurry.
On 3rd down, Carson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
80 weapons.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From a yard out. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Hopkins with the extra point, and it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And
he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Set, 180. Come on, let's go. Check. Regular.
Now it's Carson. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Jaguars. First down.
180.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. Let's go.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jaguars, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL